I had nobody again to talk to, but the times now were even deeper than they ever were in my life.
And what scares me about that is that if there's other guys out there that's doing that or have done that, and that are forgiven now, I would say.
Did Ray J really play a sinister role in the tragic downfall of two iconic women? Buckle up, because today's video dives deep into some scandalous accusations. Rumors are flying that Ray J might have been the hidden force behind Whitney Houston's devastating final days and the troubled life of Wendy Williams. From allegations of being Whitney's runner boy for substances to enabling Wendy's isolation and struggles, these shocking claims paint a dark picture. And it doesn't stop there. Whispers of powerful figures, twisted motives, and even assassination plots are surfacing.
Wendy is at a facility doing her best to be her best. She's taking it day by day. People forget that she deals with grave disease.
As the story unfolds, we look back to where it all began. Recent revelations about Wendy Williams' dire situation. Regina Shell, a longtime friend of Wendy, dropped bombshell allegations suggesting Wendy's guardianship is far worse than the infamous Britney Spears conservatorship. Shell lamented, "This is a Britney Spears thing, only it's worse since it's not even Wendy's family who has control." Sabrina Morrissey, a non-family member, holds guardianship over Wendy, a role that has sparked outrage and suspicion among Wendy supporters and friends.
Do this deal, and you hear somebody else say that she's losing memory, so how we know that she even knows that she's in the right frame of mind to even know what she's doing?
Interestingly enough, this leads us to the troubling question of how Wendy found herself in such an isolated and controlled state. One insider revealed that despite Wendy's efforts to regain control of her finances through consultations with Bank of America, she somehow ended up incapacitated and cut off from almost everyone. Shell's comments paint a picture of neglect and mismanagement, with even basic needs like timely meals being neglected.
This is the reality of what the world-famous Wendy Williams' life was under a guardianship in New York City.
In a shocking twist, the documentary Where is Wendy Williams further exposed the gravity of her circumstances. Executive producer Mark Ford revealed that the deeper they got into filming, the more apparent it became that Wendy's condition was dire and scary. Ford noted that her family was legally barred from intervening in her care due to the guardianship, raising concerns about her well-being and the motives behind her isolation.
I'm just trying to understand, what, you pay her and she's your friend?
I pay her.
Okay.
What no one expected was the financial chaos surrounding Wendy's accounts. Despite the freeze on her Wells Fargo account, significant payouts were still occurring, fueling speculation about who truly benefits from this guardianship. With Wendy reportedly having $50 million before the freeze, the financial irregularities raise even more questions about the integrity of those managing her assets. As we delve deeper, it becomes clear that Wendy's plight might not be an isolated case. Could it be that powerful forces are orchestrating these guardianships for their own gain? Wendy Williams' story, with its layers of neglect, financial exploitation, and forced isolation, echoes a larger pattern of celebrity mistreatment and control.
He accuses her handlers of taking advantage of her wealth, fame, and inability to make a proper decision. He believes her team is ignoring her mental and physical health.
So, who is really behind this and why? Are there hidden agendas at play, and is Wendy just another pawn in a much larger game? As the layers of this scandal peel away, one can't help but wonder, what powerful forces are pulling the strings behind the scenes, and how far does this web of control and exploitation extend? Downs quickly noted parallels between Wendy Williams' situation and the demises of Whitney Houston and her daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, suspecting a larger conspiracy involving high-profile figures like Clive Davis and his alleged henchman, Ray J.
It's heartbreaking, man. Everybody messes up, but we can't.
Could it be that Whitney's mentor, Clive Davis, who was hosting a lavish Grammy party mere floors away from where Whitney lay deceased, had a hand in the tragedy? This party, a glamorous affair attended by the who's who of Hollywood, seemed eerily indifferent to the singer's tragic end. As Whitney's body was discreetly removed from the hotel, the party continued in full swing, raising questions about the timing and nature of her demise. One insider revealed Clive needed Whitney back under his control. She was his golden goose, and her spiraling out of control threatened his interests. These speculations aren't new. The idea that Clive Davis, a powerful figure in the music industry, might have been involved in some capacity has been floating around for years.
Where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously.
Adding to the intrigue is Ray J's shadowy role in Whitney's life. Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, has been vocal about her suspicions, claiming Ray J was Whitney's runner boy for substances. She alleged, "When I first heard she passed away, I thought some gave her a bad bag. Then I saw Ray J and it all made sense." Leola's claims are bolstered by the fact that Ray J was seen at the Beverly Hilton on the night Whitney passed away, acting suspiciously, according to some onlookers.
But I think the purpose of her death was to gain full access to Whitney Houston's estate.
The presence of Raffles Van Exel, another controversial figure, further complicates the narrative. Van Exel, who has been accused of supplying substances to Whitney, was reportedly seen comforting celebrities at Clive Davis's party, holding Whitney's tickets. This bizarre behavior only fueled the fire of conspiracy theories. Interestingly enough, the theories don't stop with Whitney. Her daughter, Bobby Christina, met a similarly tragic fate, found face down in a bathtub, much like her mother. Leola Brown has publicly stated that she believes both demises were orchestrated homicides. She pointed out the eerie similarities, suggesting a deliberate pattern. Mother and daughter both found in bathtubs? This is too much to be a coincidence, she declared. Nick Gordon, Bobby Christina's boyfriend at the time, has also been implicated in these dark theories. Leola accused him of foul play, suggesting he was part of a broader scheme to gain access to Whitney's estate. Nick's erratic behavior and the abusive nature of his relationship with Bobby Christina have been well documented, adding a layer of plausibility to these accusations.
There were other mysterious bruises on her head, arms, and thighs. Leola Brown says she blames Bobby Christina's boyfriend.
But could these allegations be more than just the grief-stricken ramblings of a devastated family member? Paul Hubel, a private investigator, believes so. He claims to have compelling evidence that Whitney was eliminated by substance dealers trying to collect on a $1.05 million debt. Hubel alleges that CCTV footage exists showing the assailants entering Whitney's suite, suggesting a physical altercation took place before her demise. This theory posits that Whitney, unable to pay her debts, was met with fatal consequences by ruthless dealers. As the story unfolds, the narrative becomes even more convoluted. Whitney's erratic behavior in her final days, including a desperate outcry on her hotel balcony, "I am tired of this mess," could be interpreted as a cry for help, possibly from the immense pressure she faced from those around her. Her untimely demise, followed by the chaotic handling of her estate and her daughter's tragic demise, paints a picture of a family ensnared by forces beyond their control.
It's strictly for the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis.
Could it be that Whitney's demise was a warning or a consequence of crossing powerful individuals? And was Bobby Christina's demise a tragic coincidence or a sinister echo of her mother's fate? The involvement of figures like Clive Davis, rayj, and Raffles Van Exel in their lives raises more questions than answers. One can't help but wonder if the truth about Whitney and Bobby Christina's demises will ever come to light. Are these demises merely the result of tragic personal choices, or do they hint at a more sinister, orchestrated series of events? As the layers of this scandal peel away, it becomes evident that the story of Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina Brown is far from over. The shadowy forces at play continue to intrigue and disturb, leaving fans and observers alike searching for answers in a world of glitz, glamour, and potentially deadly secrets. Interestingly enough, this leads us to the connection between Clive Davis's web of influence and other high-profile figures in the music industry, such as Sean Diddy Combs.
But he got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him. Diddy don't run himself.
The recent allegations against Diddy involving his ex-girlfriend Kessie Ventura have shocked the entertainment world. Kessie accused Diddy of forcing her into exploitative and degrading situations, much like the freak-offs she described, where she was coerced into intimate encounters with male companions, often under the influence of various substances. This dark pattern of control and manipulation mirrors the stories surrounding Whitney Houston and Wendy Williams. Could it be that these powerful men, like Diddy and Clive Davis, have been orchestrating these disturbing scenarios to maintain control over their high-profile associates? One insider commented, "The industry is full of whispers about the lengths these moguls will go to keep their stars in line." The chilling allegations against Diddy, which include sex trafficking and abuse, echo the sinister undertones of Clive Davis's rumored involvement in Whitney Houston's life. With Kessie's claims leading to a potential life sentence for Diddy, it begs the question, how deep does this network of exploitation run?
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
One can't ignore the parallels between the tragic ends of Whitney and her daughter, Bobby Christina, and the struggles of Wendy Williams. It's as if a playbook of control and destruction is being followed. Diddy's alleged coercion and abuse, reminiscent of the control Clive purportedly exerted over Whitney, highlight a disturbing trend of powerful figures exploiting their influence. As more victims come forward revealing their harrowing experiences, it becomes increasingly clear that this is not an isolated issue. Could be that figures like rayj and Diddy are merely pawns in a larger, more sinister game, orchestrated by industry titans like Clive Davis? And if so, how many more lives will be ensnared in this web of control and exploitation?
It's just crazy. Just read.
The narrative surrounding these high-profile figures continues to unravel, with each revelation more shocking than the last. The dark secrets of the industry, once whispered in backrooms, are now coming to light, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable truths about the lengths to which these powerful individuals will go to maintain their dominance. As the scandal continues to unfold, one can't help but wonder who will be next to step forward with their story, and will justice finally be served for those who have suffered at the hands of these industry giants? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, stay tuned for more explosive revelations. Until next time, take care and keep questioning